What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Fresh and Fit recently went viral when they discussed the fact that a young woman was basically dumped after her former boyfriend started watching their podcast.
Apparently she had a man that she met and was madly in love with, and for whatever reason he was broke on his way up. He became successful, started watching the podcast on the way up as well. And he made his money. We'll watch the video to tell you some more, but basically he dumped us.
Now the lady's name is Canadian Millennium, okay? And the first thing that she actually posted about men was something very terrible.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like, dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women, relatively. You at least felt like a human being around them. You know, you at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been trying to date guys who are not, my typical type. Yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact, actually, it's worse. What the fuck is a girl to do? Give up? I always have dated guys who were 10, 15 years older than me because I've been dating guys around my age lately, and that girl, no.
That was the first thing, right? And if you look at this comment, it says, what do you bring into a man's life? Honest question, all right? Now, she took the time to respond to this question, and this is where she brings up Fresh and Fit.
I was with my best friend from 19 to 26 years old. That dude was everything, okay? This is the story that he would tell everybody when they would ask what kind of person I am. We've been together for 2.5 years at this point, maybe 2 years, and he had gotten signed to Universal Music, an amazing producer, artist, fantastic. And he was living in Vegas, and I showed up at his place in Vegas for the first time since he had moved there. And this man was sleeping on a blow-up mattress. And I was like, there is no way that the man that I love is going to sleep on a blow-up mattress. I had no job at this point. I had just moved to the U.S., was getting my green card. I couldn't work. With the little money that I did have, I went and I bought him a mattress and put it in the back of my Passat, okay? And then proceeded to carry that mattress up 3 flights of stairs at 9 o'clock in the morning in the scorching Vegas heat. Walk in there, I'm panting, sweating, dying, because that's what you do when you love somebody. That's the kind of person that I am in a relationship. I will give 100% of myself and the last bit of energy that I have because I love you. That is what a woman does. Yeah, we can talk about how I cooked and cleaned for him and helped him with his business and helped him become a millionaire, and now he lives in a nice penthouse apartment in Vancouver. I don't need to talk about that because I know what kind of woman I am when I show up in a relationship. You want to know I ruined that relationship? We were long distance for a period of time. I went during the pandemic and I was staying with him in Vancouver, and something changed. And you want to know what changed? He started watching podcasts like Fresh and Fit. He started listening to content about MGTOW, and that man changed. And I would sit across from him and not understand the person that I was seeing. I felt like I was waking up to somebody that I did not know. I am qualified to talk about this. I am qualified to understand the repercussions that red pill content have on men, because the person that I wanted to spend my life with, the person I was in love with, the person I wanted to marry changed overnight because of the content like that. And I see now the men who do watch that content. I hear the things that they say because I would listen to it. I actually started consuming that content because I wanted to understand what happened. To all the men who asked me that question, there's your answer.
Now, it's very interesting to me as I'm looking at this, and the reason why it's interesting is because of the comments, right? I want to get into the comments before I get into actually her. Look at what the women were saying. Jess, pandemic plus red pill content completely changed my ex too. By the end, it was like I never even knew him. This happened to me, fell in love with a great guy, and then he listened to Fresh and Fit and asked me what I brought to the table in my apartment. I said, pack your ish, get out, never speak to me again. Portia, this happened to me too. What I'll say is that I think good men won't be influenced by that ish. I think my ex was a misogynist the entire time, and red pill content just helped him verbalize it. Margie, I knew my loving ex-fiance fell down the red pill pipeline when our last convo, he said, when have you ever brought me flowers? After I have funded his entire lifestyle for years. No man is safe from this. My ex went full Tate red pill after we broke up, dodged the bullet. Don goes, red pill content makes me so sad. I am married with 4 daughters. He is pushing us females all away because of these podcasts. Pinch of Love says, I don't like my wife due to the red pill. I found this whole a lie. She brings nothing to my life, honestly. Karen says, why do we always feel the need to justify what we have to offer? You are enough. Well, you might be enough to yourself, but you may not be that much to others. Same thing with men, okay? Coach Johnson says, let's hear his side of the story. Now, this is interesting because this is a young woman who is saying that red pill content forced the boyfriend to break up with her. But as you can see, she has a pejorative attitude towards men in general, okay? Maybe it's because she's scorned. But if she wants to talk about somebody that's toxic, it seems like she is also the same person that she's complaining about. Now, I was in the red pill, in the black manosphere, which is not as red pill strong as, let me say, the Andrew Tates of the world. The black manosphere community was, more or less about the issues that black men were facing and things like that. And yes, there was some dating help and things like that, but it was not as brutal as some of the extreme versions of the red pill. The black pill guys, the MGTOW guys, you have certain elements of that, but not a lot, all right? Black manosphere guys, some of them are married, some of the fiancés and things like that. But what I will say is this. Yes, there are some guys who can take things out of context. I mean, we had, once Kevin Samuels said a high value man, you had guys on the bus stop and who were going around saying they're high value and what a woman needs to do for them and all this. I think that it can get lost in translation. That's definitely true, right? And women are not there for men to be like mean to or rude to or anything like that. But here's what I want to also say. I also want to say this. What did she do? And I think that's the issue. What did you do? Like this man, if he left you because of something that Fresh and Fit said, and we're not going to say that they don't say things that are true and honest on their podcast, because they do. What we are saying is, what did you do to be one of the characteristics of the behavior that he saw was like, oh, I need to go ahead and leave you? Because honestly, in some of your content, I can see exactly why that was the case. And again, women want, I'm not going to say all women, but if something happens, it's Fresh and Fit's fault. If you are losing your man and your woman, because Myron got a girlfriend, I don't care how red pill you are. If you're a woman that's worth having, ain't nobody gonna leave you. Let me just give you an example. I have a Dima as an editor. And Dima, he gets paid pretty good amount of money. People have told me all the time, you can actually get some work done at a cheaper rate, all right? But I've been with Dima for almost 10 years, okay? You can't convince me to give up Dima when I got into the business with Dima. It's just not gonna happen, okay? Because I know that Dima's a good editor. He's been editing me for since 2017, okay? So if somebody knows what they have is valuable, it don't matter what the outside forces say. If a man doesn't see that you're valuable, he can look at it and be like, oh, okay, that's true. Oh, okay, that part is true. But this woman is really valuable to me. For the most part, nobody, look at the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had a rough year. Man, you got to get rid of Mahomes. He's regressed. The Chiefs are not giving up Patrick Mahomes. Look at Josh Allen, the Bills. You have guys out there that say that, hey, they're better off not using Josh Allen. The 49ers, Brock Purdy, move him somewhere else. The 49ers are going to pay Brock Purdy. They're getting rid of the roster so they can pay Brock Purdy, okay? When you're valuable to somebody, for the most part, it's not going to matter when you're actually valuable to that person to a certain degree. Now, red pill content can be toxic, just like anything else, just like feminism can be toxic. But hey, when that person is there for you, that person's valuable, hey, what are you not doing? What are you not giving? Now, she's saying she did all this, but again, there's two sides to the story. A man is not going to just give away his wife for no damn reason, okay? Or girlfriend, off a podcaster. Could it make you more toxic towards certain elements? Yes. But for the most part, if you're valuable, they don't consider that. If somebody know what they got, it's just that you wasn't producing enough. I'm honest with me. So guys, we think it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Let's Be Drunk. I appreciate all that you do. Grab the bell. We're out.